All right, weekly brief. This is the final week of the exemplar cycle. They're going to be the week of March 4th. So, just like this week, week 26, we're going for heavy singles. So for this week, your heavy singles for Monday and Tuesday are deadlift and strict press. Now, in strict press, make sure you're not bouncing out of the hole or using your legs. It's just strictly, ideally from nearly the front rack position, pressing overhead, just using the upper body on those. And then we're at sets of 12 for the hypertrophy work for both sessions, Monday and Tuesday sessions. Make sure we keep the same exercises going and just change the reps so that you can go back and see what you did last time and try to beat the weight, if only by 5 pounds. I know I say this every brief, but I just want to make it clear, and I want it to be almost annoying so you know to increase the weight, or you can decrease the tempo so you move the weight slower so there's a little bit more time under tension. That'd be another way to increase the load. Now, Monday's Metcon, both these Monday and Tuesday are going to be pretty quick. You'd have 10 rounds on Monday, 10 rounds of ground to overhead, and then 3 ground to overhead, 3 bar facing burpees. So it's 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, real quick. With the ground to overhead, what I prescribe is 135 pounds or 95 pounds. Make that weight appropriate for you. I want this to be so that you're continuously moving throughout. I don't want it to be where you do 2 rounds and you have to take a prolonged rest because you don't have the strength to continue. Make it a weight that you can burn through pretty quick, doing 3, not so light that it's like lifting air, but enough weight that you can keep moving and do all the rounds pretty close to unbroken. So that's Mondays, Monday, March 4th. Then Tuesdays is a good one, I think. Not that I write anything that I think's bad, but it's just a fun one. It's a unique Metcon. And what it is, in 5 minutes, you're gonna do 15 back squats at 225 pounds or 155 pounds. Obviously, again, scale the weight appropriate for you. Ideally, you do these unbroken, but you're getting pretty close to failure, or you're feeling it at 15, right? It shouldn't just be like you're lifting air. So that may mean increasing the weight or decreasing weight. It's up to you. So you do 15 back squats, and then in the remaining time, it's a max distance run. So you're going into this run with leg fatigue. A substitute could be row or any other piece of cardio, but obviously the most specific to law enforcement is running. You're not gonna row after bad guys on the road, right? So, I mean, maybe in some weird circumstance you might, but most of the time you're running, right? So 15 back squats at a pretty heavy weight, make it heavy for you. And then in the remaining time of 5 minutes, you max distance run, and it's just a full send on that. All right, then Wednesday, we have our EFC active recovery day. Thursday, our last power day of this cycle. We're doing the hang clean high pulls. I've made a bunch of videos lately on this, but I'll say it again. If you like doing hang cleans and you're good at hang cleans, then do those. This is the EFT substitute for hang cleans, because hang cleans are very technical, they're very skill based. I don't want to put hang cleans in here for thousands of members, and I don't know if they can do hang cleans. But you can get the same physical benefit doing hang clean high pulls. You just don't have to worry about the catch with the high pulls. So that's why I prescribe hang clean high pulls in lieu of hang cleans. But if you like hang cleans, then do hang cleans for sure. I mean, no issues there. Build up to a moderate weight. So that means you're warming up, building up to get to a moderate weight that you can move quick and efficiently. And then every minute on the minute for 10 minutes, you're doing 1 rep. So you do 1 rep as explosively as you possibly can. And then with the remaining time of that minute, you rest. And then the next minute you're up, one rep as explosively as you can. There's no magic in the EMOM format here. It's just more efficient. I would hate to write this and say rest 2 to 3 minutes in between, rest 5 minutes. That would be great for power training because then you're maximally recovered, but you're just not going to get enough volume there and enough time. And we have, as law enforcement, we have a number of other attributes we need to be training. So we don't have all day to be just training power, right? So that's why I write the EMOM the way we do with the every minute on the minute, just for efficiency's sake. And then you have a longer 15-minute Metcon where it's AMRAP, as many rounds as possible, 9 deadlifts, 12 hand release push-ups, 15 box jumps. Those deadlifts, again, scale the way. I write it every time. I'll keep writing it in the exercise notes, but scale the way up or down for you. Make it heavy but doable. Again, it's 15 minutes of work, so don't get cocky and go too heavy. And then our planks, our Thursday planks are at their longest of the entire cycle. So low plank is 4 minutes, 15 seconds. The side plank is at 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Again, that's not an unbroken time, that is accumulated time, but do it in as few rests as possible, per the usual for this cycle. Friday, Flex Friday, we're on sets of 12. Again, go back to when we were doing sets of 12, and let's take a look. When we were doing sets of 12 on incline bench day, it was back to, forgive me, it was back to January 8th. So go back to January 8th. If you've been with us since then, go to January 12th, it would be the exact day. Go to that day and see what you lifted that day and beat those numbers, or try to beat those numbers. Again, if you don't have the weight, if you don't have fractional weights to use, or you're working out in your home gym, you don't have every increment of 5 on dumbbells, then just change the tempo and make sure that you're training, you're getting within 3 reps of failure, if not getting to failure. So make sure you're doing that for every set of every exercise. So that may include some warm-up sets. Warm-up sets are good, just don't count them for your working sets that we have prescribed. And then the last tactical Saturday of the cycle, we have our agility work per the usual. And then with a vest or plate carrier, 7 rounds for time, all calisthenic plyometric type work. So burpees, air squats, more burpees, box jumps with a 3 reps, 8 reps, 3 reps, 8 reps. Basically, transition time's a big factor here, so don't spend a bunch of time between burpees and go into air squats. Bang out your 3 burpees, go right into your air squats. Bang out your 3 burpees, go right into your box jumps. On box jumps, if you need to rest on the top of the box. So you jump up, if you need to rest on top, and then if you have the athletic ability, if you're good enough on box jumps, you can jump down and immediately bounce back up. You're taking advantage of a stretch shortening cycle. So your tendons stretch real fast when you land, and then they reflexively will want to shorten. So it's very efficient to drop down and then pop right back up and rest at the top versus stepping down, waiting, and then jumping up. From an efficiency standpoint, that's the way to do it. Of course, if you are new to the fitness game, if you're new to box jumps, you can jump up and then let yourself just step down, jump up, step down, just not as efficient. For the tactical skill integration, every 3 minutes, disassemble and reassemble your firearm, long gun, pistol, whatever it may be. Be smart. I feel super nervous about programming these in. When I got hired on at EFT, this was part of the tactical Saturdays, and it's cool, it's awesome. I'm just worried about people doing something dumb. So don't do something dumb, please. Keep all ammunition out of the training space. Don't disassemble and reassemble your stuff at Planet Fitness, please. Be smart, okay? And then that's it for this cycle. That's it for this week. And then next week, we are going into the week after that, March 11th, we are going into the Indomitable cycle, which I am incredibly excited for. I am possibly more excited for it than I was for the Street Monster cycle, which everyone seemed to love. Not that anyone was complaining about the exemplar cycle, but this one's just going to be cool. We're going to work some barbell complexes in this one for some strength endurance. I just think it's going to be a fun cycle. So stay tuned for that. If you got any questions, hit us up in the Train Heroic app or on the Facebook page or on Instagram. Happy to help. We're here. We're your coaches. We're here to be your coach. So if you need anything, let us know. Happy to help. And then enjoy the week of training. Take care.